there is an electric rookie wide receiver taking over the NFL. Back in April, the Los Angeles Chargers selected former Georgia wide receiver Ladd McConkey with the 34th overall pick of the 2024 NFL Draft. On Sunday, the rookie truly lived up to the hype, posting a stat line of 6 targets, 6 receptions, 111 receiving yards, and 2 touchdowns. McConkey has now scored 4 receiving touchdowns in 7 games. Only Jacksonville's Brian Thomas Jr. and Arizona's Marvin Harrison Jr. have scored more, but they haven't had their bye week yet. McConkey has. The rookie has averaged almost 7 targets and around 54 receiving yards per game. But that's not all. His strong start to his rookie season has earned the praise of Chargers head coach Jim Harbaugh, who recently compared Ladd McConkey to NFL legend Steve Smith Sr. But can the rookie slot receiver keep up this fantastic production? Let's turn on the film to find out. So on this first play, we're going to see a lethal route from Ladd McConkey. You're going to see a lot of those in this film study. So McConkey's going to come in motion across and settle in right about here in the slot. The defensive back in the Raiders, Jacorian Bennett's going to follow him. He's going to be in man coverage. So they're going to be matched up right over here. We're going to see 2 of these more outside receivers. They're both going to run inside routes here and here. And then Ladd McConkey's going to run a corner route over to the back of the end zone. And again, it's this idea of using these underneath routes to clear out any defenders that could potentially drift up into the back of the end zone to contest this catch with Ladd McConkey, one of these guys, but they're cleared out in man coverage because these routes are bringing them across to the middle of the field. So there's hopefully going to be no one in the back of the end zone after Ladd McConkey cooks Jacorian Bennett with this fantastic route. So we'll go ahead and let this play out. Ladd McConkey in motion there, number 15. And here he is, right here. Herbert takes the snap right here. A lot of pressure from the Raiders immediately. I love the fake to the inside from McConkey, but to his credit, Bennett plays this well. He doesn't let his hips flip inside. He's not thrown off position, even though this was a really good fake, but he's continuing to stay level in coverage, so McConkey hasn't beaten him yet. He's going to run inside a bit and then just flip his hips and break. That's going to cause Bennett to almost fall in coverage. So watch McConkey leans in right up there and then breaks off. That was a fantastic break. Flipped his hips perfectly and a really crisp end to the top of this route. Unfortunately, the ball just a little too far from Herbert, but McConkey was open in the corner of the end zone. Just not the best thrown ball from Herbert. Again, here's this route in full speed from McConkey in the slot. Look at that break right up there. Both great breaks on the route. Just beats Bennett in coverage. The throw just wasn't the best. So the Raiders brought a lot of pressure on that last play. They're going to do that again, but this time not get as much pressure on the quarterback, Herbert, as they did last time with Max Crosby. So I like this play design from the Chargers offense. First off, they're going to have these 2 players down here, Palmer and I believe Hayden Hurst, the tight end. They're going to have Palmer and Hurst hold a couple of these defenders in their zones over here for just a second as they're on upfield on the right side of your screen and pretty much just stay around there, while Quentin Johnston runs a drag route over here, bringing this defender, I believe, with him, who's in quick pursuit of Johnston. And then we have McConkey running another drag route over here. So the point of this play is to hopefully move the entire defense to the right, and then McConkey can sneak out on the drag route and be wide open for a touchdown. We're going to see that doesn't exactly work quite to perfection, as number 7, the safety at the top of your screen, spots McConkey and tries to track him down, but we're going to see a really nice move after the catch from McConkey, but I won't spoil it yet. So he's lined up right here. Let's go and start the play. Ball snaps. McConkey, as you can see, a lot is being held this way. This defender's following Johnston. A lot of defenders held over here. But this safety right here, number 7, is in pursuit of McConkey. So we're going to see how that goes. Herbert to McConkey. You can already see the change of direction. He's stopping on a dime. Makes him miss. Makes another guy miss into the end zone for his first career touchdown. Just a phenomenal play after the catch. Even when the defense sniffed out kind of what was happening, McConkey able to make 2 cuts on a dime right there. Makes him fall. Another one just broke their ankles completely. Just a fantastic play from McConkey, showing the speed, showing the change of direction. He's a fantastic weapon out of the slot, and he is able to score a touchdown in his first career game at the NFL level. So here again, we're going to see another insane route from Ladd McConkey. As you can see, we have a couple deep zones back here to start off the play. So McConkey's going to fit his route in between these zones with the defensive backs. Back here, McConkey's going to come up, slant his route inside, and then make a really sharp cut up here, just curling his route back. And again, we've talked about it, he can stop on a dime, and he achieves a lot of separation here, finding the soft spot between the zones. Unfortunately, the linebacker makes a really good play cutting this route off, but nonetheless a fantastic route from McConkey. So watch McConkey at the bottom of your screen, motion man at the line of scrimmage, and Herbert snaps the ball. Right here we can see The defensive back number 2 has his eyes on the wheel route over here. So if anyone's going to make a play on this ball at first, it's going to be number 25, who's right in front of McConkey here. But again, watch the top of this route from McConkey. Snaps back right there. Did a fantastic job selling it downfield vertical. This safety here completely flips his hips. He's going to have to turn around. This route was so sudden, so perfectly executed from McConkey. He sold the route downfield, and now he's come wide open. I think if Herbert throws this ball on a rope right here, it has a chance of getting there, especially because this defender is completely turned around from the route, having completely flipped his hips and lost his positioning. But unfortunately, this linebacker is going to come in and close that lane before Herbert decides to throw it, and it's going to turn into a scramble and eventually an interception. So right here, the linebacker cuts it off. Herbert has to scramble out of the pocket and throws an interception. McConkey was trying to find some space there, but could not, unfortunately. We'll watch that one more time on the replay and just show how the linebacker cut that off. 47 is going to be the one to cut it off, by the way. Herbert, play fake, and watch 47 just drop back to where McConkey was. Even though it was a great route, Herbert waited a little bit to throw it, so it wasn't open anymore, then throws the pick. So right here we're going to see the connection from quarterback Justin Herbert to Lad McConkey really develop here with some great improvisation that ends up being a touchdown against one of the league's best defenses in the Kansas City Chiefs. We're going to see zone coverage across the board. These three guys are going to drop back into the end zone, playing deeper. We're going to have Johnston running a bit of an out route, Palmer running a shallower route, and then this tight end's going to come across in the flat as well. McConkey's going to run back here. I think he was trying to run an in-breaking route, but then gets caught in the hand fighting with Brian Cook, the safety here, but makes a really nice adjustment. Herbert just throws this ball in a rope around Brian Cook. Lad McConkey's going to slide past him at the last second and make a diving catch for a fantastic touchdown reception. So just really great improvisation there by the Chargers offense and by this quarterback and wide receiver who are on the same page. Only 8 weeks into playing together. Again, let's go ahead and start this play. Tight end comes in motion. Herbert takes the snap, and you can already see the zones form. We have these guys down low, and then these three defenders up high. Watch McConkey at the top. He's going to try to break inside, but just starts hand fighting with Brian Cook up here, the safety. But you're going to see at the last second, Herbert's going to throw this ball right here at McConkey's. Just going to slide past Cook and make this reception in the back of the end zone. Just fantastic stuff. Ball is thrown. McConkey dives past him to make it. Just a really well-timed and well-executed throw and route from Herbert to McConkey. And a lot of credit here goes to the quarterback as well. A lot of pressure on him, and just a perfect throw right around the defender where McConkey's just able to sneak past. Just great stuff there. Just being able to make a play in the red zone when it matters most. Those touchdowns are going to translate to a lot of fantasy points, and they already have. So right here we're going to see a man coverage look from the Chiefs. McConkey's in the slot here matched up with this guy here. It's going to be initially a 2-deep look, but the safety Justin Reed is going to come up to play the running back up here, so it's going to be a 1-high safety look. As Brian Cook, I think it is again, drops back into the zone. McConkey is going to run just a slant route. He's going to throw out a phenomenal fake to the outside, throwing the defensive back just enough out of position to when he cuts back into the slant, he's open for Herbert to throw this. And again, after the catch, we're going to see fantastic speed and acceleration for Lad McConkey. Those extra yards are going to translate directly into fantasy points for your team. We've seen him do it time and time again. Let's watch Lad McConkey route up the defensive back and then get some yards after the catch. Herbert snaps it right here. McConkey with a fantastic fake to the outside. The defender is just slightly leaned that way, and he's going to snap back really violently on the route inside. And because there's no safety over here anymore, because Reed came down in coverage of the running back, McConkey's going to have so much open space to work with here. Snaps it back, has a lot of separation for that slant route. A ton of yards after the catch. Look at the speed, just burning that Chiefs defense for a huge game. We're going to watch it one more time. Snaps football, fake. There's McConkey. Look at this speed, putting the angle on the safety, outrunning that defense for a huge gain. He is a fantastic offensive weapon for this Chargers offense that was in need of some help at receiver. And I think down the line he can make a pretty good pairing with Quentin Johnston because he has been dominating in the slot so far this year. Here we're going to see McConkey against another really good defense, the Denver Broncos. He's going to run a crosser, but McConkey with that elite route running works a fantastic break into this crosser. Riley Moss is in coverage. He's been having a really good year this year for the Broncos at corner, but McConkey matched up man-to-man with Riley Moss. He's going to run this crossing route and then just kind of snap it back a little more horizontally. He's going to throw off Riley Moss for enough separation for Herbert to make a really fantastic throw to the sideline for McConkey. Again, here's McConkey in the slot. Ball snapped Right here, McConkey gaining speed with Moss in coverage, and right there, look at that break, just snapped it horizontal, and Moss still flying upfield. He's going to have to do some work to catch up with the speedster McConkey, and he's not going to be able to do it. McConkey, with that speed, great throw from Herbert to the sideline, great route on the crosser, gets a lot of separation there in the man coverage. Right there, Herbert, really great throw, and fantastic route from Lad McConkey. Let's take a break from the video for just a second to talk about some of the perks we offer with our YouTube channel membership. Starting off with the sleeper tier, it's only $2.99 per month. You get a free 2-month trial of our pro subscription on our website, priority replies for your comments, and then custom FTR badges as well to put in the comments. We have our contender tier, which is early access to videos, and your username will be among our member shoutouts we put on this channel in the film breakdowns we create. And then finally, something really cool we're doing in the league winner tier, you can request one film breakdown per month on a player that maybe is on your fantasy team, maybe is on your favorite real life NFL team, but you are allowed to request the film breakdown of one fantasy football player per month, and we will post it right here on this channel for everyone to see. So if you're interested, go become a channel member with the link in the description, and it will be a great way to support our channel as we continue to grow. Thank you guys, let's get back to the video. So right here we have something we haven't seen a ton, and that's Lad McConkey lined up on the outside instead of in the slot. He's going to match up with this corner right here in man coverage, and he's going to run a comeback route as this defender moves into more of an open stance towards the quarterback because the corner is trying to keep his eyes on the quarterback, watching what he does. McConkey is going to do a really great job getting behind him into his blind spot, cutting back on this comeback route, coming absolutely wide open for Herbert to make this throw when they were backed up pretty much on their own like 1 or 2 yard line here. So really clutch play for McConkey coming wide open, and a really gutsy play call from the Chargers throwing the ball here. But let's go ahead and start the play here. McConkey at the top of your screen. Herbert snaps the ball. And right here, the first thing you notice besides this tight end falling on his face is the defender has his eyes, it appears, on the quarterback, Herbert. He shifted into an open stance towards the middle of the field, and McConkey is doing a good job getting to his back, and then he's going to cut this route back immediately really well. McConkey now fully behind the back of the corner. The defender has no idea what he's going to do with this route now. He's just watching the quarterback. His eyes are still towards the middle of the field instead of on McConkey. McConkey cuts this route back perfectly. Just a fantastic break on the comeback route. Got so much separation there, and really great rep. We'll watch this route one more time in full speed. McConkey again, top of your screen. Herbert snaps it, gets in that blind spot, cuts it back. The corner tries to get hands on him, but again isn't able to. So in this play, we're going to see the Cardinals try to get pressure on Herbert. They eventually do. McConkey's going to be matched up man-to-man with this defender back here, and he's going to run like almost a whip route. He's going to come to the outside, fake the route to the sideline, and then snap it back in. The defender gets completely thrown off this platform. McConkey's wide open and has a lot of yards after the catch as well. So really a fantastic route in man coverage. McConkey's been fantastic in man coverage so far this year. Matlock comes in motion. We're going to see these 3 zones over the middle from the linebackers. Deep safety, man coverage, man coverage. So McConkey gets to the outside. He's doing a really nice job, already pointing his body that way. So the defender is going to flip his hips, and then McConkey's just going to break his route back. We're going to see that. McConkey right here. I mean, you can already tell what's coming. It's like a crossover in basketball. Completely fakes out the defender, comes back this way. You're going to see the corner. His back is going to be facing McConkey when he's already running this way towards the middle of the field. He has to completely flip around, and this is the definition of getting routed up. McConkey continues right here. I mean, again, this is elite route running right here. Gets the reception, wide open, makes some good yards after the catch. Stutter step, back, forward, and just a fantastic route. We're going to see a little bit of it up here on the replay. Watch McConkey on the left side. Breaks it back. Comes wide open. The corner never had a chance with a route like that. Good stuff. Let's watch this route one more time in full speed. McConkey, top of your screen, just completely routes him up. There's the catch. This next play was from McConkey's breakout game against the Saints. We're going to see New Orleans bring a lot of pressure. This linebacker up the middle. Then Demario Davis coming from around the edge. Then we see the man coverage here with these matchups. Then we're going to see, I think it's Matthew playing deep safety as well with a 1 deep safety look. And McConkey again in the slot. We're going to see he's matched up with Alontae Taylor, who's really been having a pretty good year at corner for the Saints. McConkey's going to start out with a delayed release. And what I like about that is that he's pointing his body to the inside, and then he's going to break out into this go route. And Herbert's basically telling his 6-foot, 185-pound slot receiver to go up and get it. And he makes a fantastic contested catch right over Alontae Taylor and shows some elite yards after the catch. So again, watch that delayed release and then breaking out with some incredible speed. To his credit, Alontae Taylor does a fine job keeping up with McConkey at first, but then a good throw and a great catch from McConkey blows up the play from this Saints defense. Ball snap, delayed release, goes up the sideline. Herbert throws the go ball. McConkey contested catch right over Taylor, breaks the ankles of Matthew, showing that speed, doesn't get brought down, cuts up the middle, touchdown Chargers. This was the play of the day in Los Angeles this past Sunday. And this dude looks like a multi-year veteran, only 8 weeks into his rookie season. Let's watch it one more time. You're only going to be able to see the yards after catch, I believe, on this, and the catch itself. Herbert sees McConkey, throws the go ball, goes up and gets it, breaks Matthew's ankles, showing that speed, and it'll cut back up. Perfect play, touchdown, Lad McConkey. So this next play, we're going to see McConkey matched up with this guy right here on the Saints defense. And we're going to see a lot of these in-breaking routes from the other receivers, and then this route in the flat from J.K. Dobbins, which creates a lot of space for McConkey to have this one-on-one. He's going to run this outside route, and then he's going to flip it up into the back of the end zone. Again, this is kind of similar to the play against Kansas City. We're going to see Herbert and McConkey on the same page, and when the play kind of breaks down, Herbert has to scramble. McConkey whips his head around, and they're able to make a fantastic play. Again, McConkey starts off in the slot, ends up by the sideline, kind of on an island with his defender. Ball snapped. McConkey already stretching this upfield. The defender has solid coverage on him. Herbert sees this window to scramble out if he's going to. Herbert scrambling, and this is where the play changes. What's the one advantage McConkey has over the defender? Is that the defender is watching McConkey, the receiver, but McConkey has his eyes on the quarterback. He's playing the ball while the defender is playing the receiver. So when this ball is thrown, McConkey's able to adjust fantastically, able to make this really tough reception right over the defender, who doesn't whip his head back fast enough. Herbert moving outside, there's the throw, and again, this defender just whips his head back too late. McConkey makes the catch right over him. Great adjustment. Great out-of-structure play for the Chargers. We're going to see it one more time. Herbert takes a snap, feels the pressure, gets out of the pocket. There's the throw. McConkey whips his head around. Fantastic adjustment, fantastic catch. So now just looking at some of the PFF grades from this past weekend, from the whole season that McConkey's had. As you can see, in Week 8 against New Orleans, had an 87.9 offensive rating and an 85.9 receiving grade. Those are both fantastic marks to receive in PFF, and it makes sense as this was the best game of his career so far, notching those 2 touchdowns and 111 yards, and receiving elite grades from PFF. Also an important number to look at, that passer rating when targeted, 115.3, and again, that last game, 158.3. Among receivers that have at least 15 targets from the slot this year, so again, going after those mostly slot guys like McConkey, he's ranked 15th in total receiving grade on the season with a 79.3 grade, which is really, really good. You see that's above guys like George Pickens, CeeDee Lamb, Zay Flowers, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Brandon Ayuk, the list goes on. But then we also see McConkey has 121 total yards after the catch in the slot on the season, which ranks 10th in the league, also averaging 6.7 yards after catch per reception. But again, rated really highly on those YAC metrics there. And then this is a stat I really want to focus on. Again, these PFF grades. Among receivers with at least 5 targets on the season against man coverage, Lad McConkey, out of the entire league, is ranked 2nd with a 91.1 PFF grade against man coverage. Again, among receivers with at least 5 targets against that scheme. That is fantastic. I mean, do you see some of the guys he's ranked with? I mean, A.J. Brown's just above him. He's above Malik Neighbors, Marvin Harrison Jr., Justin Jefferson, Garrett Wilson, Nico Collins, Chris Godwin. I get that he operates out of the slot, but that is an insane PFF grade to have as a rookie. 91.1 against man coverage. That is unreal. So first of all, I just want to mention that film was a ton of fun to watch. As far as fantasy football goes, McConkey's been on a tear the last couple weeks, and he's had a number of receiving touchdowns as well. I think at this point, even though it's an offense that likes to run the ball with offensive coordinator Greg Roman, I think Herbert and McConkey have built up really good chemistry. And I think Jim Harbaugh really trusts McConkey in this offense, so I think he's going to continue to see a lot of opportunities going forward. They may even grow. I mean, he caught all 6 of his targets against New Orleans and had a breakout performance. If that doesn't show the head coach that he deserves more opportunities, I don't know what will. So if you have Lad McConkey, hold on to him for now. He definitely has not hit his ceiling, even in his rookie year yet. And really, with Justin Herbert at quarterback, the sky is the limit. And just a reminder, Ladd McConkey is leading this team in targets as a rookie. And it's not a close contest either. Until further notice, rookie wide receiver Ladd McConkey is the wide receiver 1 for this Chargers offense. He's obviously gained the trust of both his coach and his quarterback, and he's only going to get better. He's only 8 weeks into his rookie season. He's on pace for well over 100 targets as a rookie, and I think if he keeps it up, he may even be able to crack 1,000 receiving yards this season. So right now, yes, Ladd McConkey is definitely startable in fantasy football. I think he's going to continue to get better, and we saw a potential of what his ceiling could possibly hold. This past week against New Orleans, it looked really, really good. Ladd McConkey's fantasy outlook is looking really positive for the rest of his rookie season. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, go join the official Fantasy Trading Room Discord server with the link in the description. And if you like our content and want to go support our channel, the link to become a channel member is also in the description, and it comes with a ton of great perks. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm Joe, and this is Fantasy Trading Room.